expected. Bone 7 still tanking through this. They even bring in Fogged as reinforcements. Body blocking, nicely done by Fluff. They're going to need a lot more where that came from. Can the tomato clap again? One more auto attack might be enough. The first blood ends up coming to Ush in the bottom lane. He gets a double. He almost ends up getting a triple kill. And let's finish off the Thunder God's Wrath. Comes out. Another kill secured. 8-4. But Tiny is being allowed to farm now top. He's not really under any pressure. They'll go mid instead. Chase on the Fada. Charges there. He doesn't have cold stem. Mana is forces a double teleport reaction. Now manages to cold
2 times and he doesn't have his ultimate yet. So they need to recover their levels. Ush is doing okay in terms of farms. I'm not exactly sure what he's getting with his Ring of Health. Could be a pipe. Magic. Could be
EMP. Nothing really gonna. They'll be getting bigger soon. So he's waiting to set the ambush. They pop a drum charge. Eternal Enemy charges in. Immediately deals with the Spirit Breaker. It's Fogged who's next. He slept up. Chen can't even get in range for Sendak, or he'll die too. And they're just getting clobbered. If Tiny's beating you this hard at this stage of the game, back for this. Getting the 2 kills there in exchange for his own death earlier. And now a relocate. They relocate in one direction. They sleep Mike in the other. Ush heading for the hills, but Tiny there to greet him and tosses him up, smacks him back down. Another quick kill. Cloud9. Make it 3.
if your second pick.
Yeah. This game, Fire didn't want to go for it. So, I mean, with that in mind, maybe Cloud9... I feel like Fire are more likely to ban it than Cloud9. They seem pretty confident they can beat Fire's list if they know it's coming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And if they don't first pick it, then Cloud9 probably looks to second pick it. Tiny clubbing. Both teams struggling for supremacy here. Only one team can represent America in the Dota 2 Asia Championships. And right now, Cloud9 going for that lane of Rex, trying to make it a 2-1 best of 5, closing in. Fog trying to get off the quick Dagon, but can't do it. It's Misery who sleeps him. They end up losing a Spirit Breaker, losing a tier 3, and just being forced to back out. Still, objective achieved for Cloud9. Nothing for Fire, and they're just in total reactionary mode at this point. Can't really control the tempo. The only thing they've got are Spirit Breaker charges, and Cloud9 are very good at dealing with this. Relocate's great against it. The Invoker can often by himself get his way out of those sticky situations. It's tough.
On top of that, C9 has Roshan control. I think one more Roshan, it's close to being game over for them. The gap in between Bristle and Tiny is extended to over 5,000 net worth. And Tiny already has a state away from the EO. And a Vlad's on EO.
The armor adds up. The Bristleback doesn't really hit that hard at this point. He went for more of a utility build. Sanjiyasha, BKB coming.
He also gets craggy if he goes too hard on the Tiny.
And he just doesn't do enough damage. Like, he tries to go on him, he gets craggy. Even if he gets the BKB, it doesn't. It's the Bristleback's not going to win that fight at this stage of the game.
And they have grip without too many ways to interrupt it.
Yeah, so they have Lightning Bolt and the Spirit Breaker, and maybe some creeps for Fluff. It's getting to that point in the game where it's kind of hard to maintain an ideal creep army. Tiny finds them, just one combo, your entire 400 gold of creeps, and just investment in general is gone. 300 more like, but...
And Invoker closing in on his Scythe of Vice. Just needs 100 gold until that. Looks like he has it right now.
Here comes the smoke from Fire. Ush leading the charge, TC and Mike and Fluff all nearby, and a ramble towards this bottom tier 2. C9 are actually coming here as well. They're bringing the Tiny, they glyph. No hero spotted. C9 have to be a bit suspicious. Envy is reluctant to approach this tower. He wants to wait for the whole teams in the neighborhood. Now they are. They avalanche the creeps. Are they going in or not? Doesn't really seem like they want to. Now showing quite a few here. Tornado EMP pushes Ush into the tree line. They relocate. to the top side of the map where Tiny and Wisp will jump onto Fog, but he throws out the Evil Dagon. Not enough to finish off Big Daddy, unfortunately. And now we're going to return our attention to top, where the Invoker as well as the Undying have fallen. Tiny, not going to be brought back. Just Big Daddy. He goes down too. It's a 3-for-1. Nice little trade there for Fire, all things considered. But Envy in position to probably draw them back. We'll see. He's not coming back just yet. Buyback status, nobody on Cloud9 who's dead has it. They have 30, 40 seconds to try and push in. With only a Bane and a Tiny alive, but they've also only left their Chen and Bristleback here. Goo comes out, and be a lot easier to kite when you don't have the Wisp backing them up. They will bring down the tower, looking for more. Bosch continuing to Goo and control, but so much for that. Chen Sendak is fucking to get there in time, gets off the Hand of God, and nope, not even going to bother. No, he does send it back just in the nick of time at the buzzer. Ush makes it home. Fluff will TP out. And what looked like a great, just Tiny Wisp scenario of being able to base trade turns into a decent victory for Fire.
I'm so surprised that they didn't kill him in that grip.
That was down to the wire.
The Blink Chen.
Yeah, this is... You blink in, you bring all your creeps to you, and I guess if he gets the right creeps, he may be able to just turn a fight.
I don't think you want to be in the middle of the fight, though, as a Chen. Tiny will cleave all your creeps down, and he has a BKB.
Yeah, that's like the more aggressive way. Of course, there's the safe defensive blink sleep play as well. Zeusol comes out. No backup for that, but it's a low cooldown ultimate. 85 seconds to go, and it's onward. Tiny into the front lines, all working on his way to Fluff, gets stunned. Nicely done. So they'll head to the other direction instead, where they managed to isolate the Zeus he's dealt with easily. And now they relocate on the front. He's in a bit of a pickle here, has the E-Blade Dagon, can't get the vision right now, has to burn out the Ethereal Blade on Tiny, then zaps Big Daddy. Nice use of Fog there. How fitting. Ha. And now on to Ike's fight. He slept. This looks to be the floor. Hexed out, caught in the ice wall, and then slowly but surely right-click down. They use him as he attempts to go for his ultimate. And now he'll get it off. He might even manage to finish off Misery. Nope, not going to happen. And oh, by the way, there's still a Tiny Wisp here. That Wisp of Big Daddy has seen better days. Needs quite a bit of medical assistance. Even creeps doing their best to bring him down. But the Tiny's healthy, gets some alacrity. Doesn't desperately need the Wisp any longer. Another nice benefit to this duo. Cloud9 continue to push in. This will be one lane of Rax. Do they stop here? Everyone respawns soon. They may. It looks like that'll be it. They take now, but they don't look to end the game just yet.
Yeah, when it's a game of the series, you can't afford to take risks like that, especially when Roshan is up. It was almost a max respawn. It was like 2:15 out of 3 minutes. Pretty high respawn, and looks like Ush is headed over there, and C9 can't not afford to give this one up. Ush has a DD too.
But is he going to go towards the pit? He is. He walks right in, and what do you know? Fada's waiting, Tornado's there, no more double damage room for you, Ush. And then for good measure, an EMP. Well, the thought was nice.
You have to take that risk if you're Fire. They're on the brink of just falling apart. I mean, they've already kind of fallen apart, but they could bring it back together, but only with...
like if everything goes their way, and Roche certainly a big part of that.
Roshan, Tiny getting kited, lots of bashes going Mike's way. Zeus not dying early on in a fight.
They'll have a breather here, only a brief one. Another lag pause, but seems the servers have calmed down. They'll let us resume our game. Still looking very Cloud9 favored. 10k gold lead, but with the fantastic late game lineup and no gigantic Bristleback Toria, just a medium-sized one for us. Another Tornado EMP into the pit. So if they go for this rush, Cloud9 will bring 5, and they will have an all-out brawl in their hands. Last time they had one, it did not end well.
I mean, they could also do the thing where you push left side, all 5 of Fire are standing there, and then you relocate to do Roche. It's just play I've seen done before.
Man, Maybe it's not. Eternal Envy getting control now. He loses his Wisp. He's held in position, but then Misery arrives, tries to throw out the sleep to turn things about, and they start to kite him, but it takes a while. They stomp him, goo him up a bit. Big Daddy rejoins the fray. He fought back for this. They do not want this Roche going down uncontested. Leaping out with the blink is Fluff. He will end up surviving. At the same time, Ike's Mike goes down, and it leaves only TC to try and salvage this Misery, though. Manages to get off with sleep. It's going to cost TC his life, it looks like. Toss forward. Big Daddy ends him. And now it's into the pit. Buyback status for the Radiant. They have 0.
Bristle got owned by Tiny so badly.
GG. That was it. Their final gambit in this game number 3 didn't pay off. Cloud9 now 1 win away from a trip to China at the Dota 2 Asia Championships.
It's all about the Wisp Tiny.
It's been the story of the series. Heavy flashbacks to TI3.
I liked the strategy with the Nature's Prophet, but it was just too weak at scaling into the mid to late. Like, they were doing fantastically in the first 10, and then he got his Dagon, and then what? They killed Wisp maybe like twice with it. And I mean, there's no other item that would have transitioned that well. It's just a inherent problem with their strategy. Also, the Midas is,
and it was just a tough Spirit Breaker game as well. Like, he was the key hero to kind of start the fights, but
they were really
so
good at fighting
around it.
It's not only that, he was charging, and he never knew when to go in. If he went in and they get tornadoed, the fight's over. Also,
and they had the wards. They saw him moving around a lot. They were just well prepared to play against.
If they see him charge, they just relocate and kill someone else on the opposite side of the map. So,
well, with that, it's checkmate for Fire in game number 3. Now a 2-1 lead for Cloud9. This is a best of 5, guys. We'll return soon with game number 4. Could be our last one, or could be the build-up to a climactic game 5. Stick around. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond the Summit. I'm LD. He's Merlini. We'll return in just a few.